the pharmaceutical space for Aurobindo Pharma, but can't say the same for Wonderla Holidays, because let's talk about that one. It's the first stock on our radar today, buzzing in today's trading session. Why just today? In fact, over the last 1 year or so, this year, it's up almost 75%. And why is that? Well, because people post-COVID are flocking to all the amusement parks. The second quarter, which is a seasonally weak quarter for the company has reported a stellar set year on year. Of course, quarter on quarter, there has been a sharp dip because of the seasonality factor itself. What's heartening is that as compared to pre-COVID levels, the footfalls have grown by almost 32% and the average revenue per user has also increased to around 1,321 odd. We do have Arun Chittilappilly, who's the MD of the company, joining us now. Arun, multiple times we've spoken to you this year itself about how people are now flocking back to all these amusement parks. Turns out that they continue to do so in what was a seasonally weak quarter as well. What I want to know from you is that, the third quarter, which is relatively stronger as compared to the second quarter, how has performance been in the third quarter so far? And in light of that, what can you guide for the entire year?
See, I think this year is a bit of an anomaly, as you know, because we're coming out of a COVID period, and so footfalls have been strong for us in Q1 and as well as Q2 as well. In fact, if you look at the percentage-wise, our Q2 performance is stronger than Q1. So that's because I think the base is smaller. Like I said earlier, Q2 is a seasonally weak quarter. So going forward, also we can see good numbers. I think Q3 is also looking pretty strong. Now, how exactly it's going to pan out is anybody's guess, because it depends on many factors for us, because we are an outdoor entertainment facility. Weather and people's propensity to spend, holidays, all these things affect us. But so far, it's looking pretty strong, and I think we will end this year in a very good way. Is what we are feeling right now.
Okay, so ending on a good way is what the feeling is. But if you can just give us a trend or an idea of how October and November so far have looked in terms of footfalls. Were they better than quarter two, since you just said quarter three also is a seasonally strong quarter? And what would that turn in terms of average revenue that you are seeing per user or per visitor in your parks?
See, our ARPU will go up definitely currently at about 1,300 levels, right? So we can expect that to go up a little bit more in this quarter, because I think we've taken the price hike only in September, and so that a lot of that has not been it's not reflected in Q2. So we can see more of that happening in Q3. So definitely there is an upside that you can expect on ARPU. There is also an upside that we can expect on footfalls, but footfalls, again, I can't, every month it changes, so it's hard for me to say that it's going to be up by so much percentage. But we can expect, at least more than 20% growth is what we feel.
Okay. Do you have visibility in terms of at least your EBITDA as well as profit getting back to the levels that you saw pre-COVID, which was in FY20? You closed an EBITDA of around 104 crores. FY20 profit was around 65 crores. Are you back in a position to get back to those levels, probably grow it from here on? What is your guidance in terms of visibility?
So in terms of profit, the numbers, I think we've already beat that number. Just from Q1 and Q2, we've already beat EBITDA and profitability numbers. So I think definitely whatever we're going to get in Q3 and Q4 will be on top of that.
Right. I think it's a scratching line.
So yeah, so I think this year definitely be stronger than FY20. Now, to what extent we are going to go depends on how strong our Q3 and the remainder of Q3 and Q4 is. As all indicators now point that Q3 is going to be strong. Q4 is again a black box at this point. We don't know, because we depend on institutional sales for a little bit of Q3 and Q4, which is sale of tickets to schools and colleges. So far it has been strong, but schools and colleges are all themselves reopening after COVID, and so we don't know how their outing pattern is going to be this year. This year is going to be an anomaly, so it will be either higher or it could be a bit lower also. So we will have to wait and see that.
That's interesting, because the first half of this year itself, you've done an EBITDA of 111 crores. Pre-COVID peak was about 115 crores in FY19, and as far as revenues are concerned, you did closer to 300 crores in FY19 as well as FY20, and the first half of this year itself, you've done around 215 odd crores. Let's talk about other things. Just wanted to understand your outlook on the Odisha park. I mean, you've bought the land. Has the land deal been done? Chennai was put on the back burner. Has that happened? I mean, when do these parks come? What's the visibility here?
Yeah, so like I said, we have these two parks that are where we're going to get off the ground. Odisha is already, we have already got the land acquisition is already done. In fact, we are doing preliminary land works over there. We are in the process of designing the park right now. And once the design phase is over, we will start executing. So I don't anticipate any delays for Odisha. And Chennai also, we are expecting some good news to come in terms of, we've been in talks with the Tamil Nadu government. Hopefully, we will get a go-ahead to start our Chennai project also. As you know, we had put that project on hold because there is a very unfavorable tax situation in Tamil Nadu, which prevents us from going ahead with it. So once that is resolved, and then we are getting indications that hopefully that it will be solved for us very soon, we will start construction. Whenever we get the news that the tax issue has been solved, we will start.
Okay. So by when do you expect the Odisha park to come on stream? Is it this fiscal or is it the start of next fiscal?
So the construction period is about 2.5 years. So roughly about 2.5 years is what we will take for this to come on stream.
Okay, cool.
Similarly for Chennai also will take about 2.5, maybe another extra 3-4 months because of the delay. But within the next 2.5 to 3 years, we expect 2 new parks to be operational. So that's how we are planning it.
Okay, all right. Arun, we're going to leave it on that note. Thanks very much for joining in and speaking with us. So that's Wonderla Holidays. At least people are now back to enjoying themselves entirely. So the stock is also up around 3% having a good time in trade today. We'll take a short break. Up next, we'll get in touch with the management of Lupin. Remember, that one has seen a good amount of upside today, reacting to what has been a good recovery Q on Q. We'll get in touch with the management next. Stay tuned.